What's up guys, welcome back to the Cobra YouTube channel, where today I'm going to be bringing you another retro review, this time of the 1987 classic Lost Boys, which is an American comedy horror directed by Joel Schumacher and produced by Harvey Bernhard, with a screenplay written by Jeffrey Boehm. The film's cast includes Jason Patric, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim, Jamie Gertz, Corey Feldman, Diane West, Edward Herrmann and Bernard Hughes. Thank you so much guys for all your support so far with the channel. I really appreciate every time you watch my videos, and please, as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course hit the bell button so you never miss one of my latest videos. So in Lost Boys we meet Michael and Sam, who are two teenage brothers who are moving with their recently divorced mother to Santa Carla, California to stay with their eccentric animal stuffing grandfather. On arrival, it is clear from the get-go that Santa Carla is anything but a normal town. This is all shown by shots of all the missing people on posters, while a cover of the Doors' People Are Strange plays over the opening credits. Within a few days of settling in, Michael already finds himself a girlfriend and hooks up with a gang of bikers. Pretty soon he's hanging out all night and sleeping all day. Sam, being a horror comic freak that he is, soon realizes there's something up with his brother, and then comes across two vampire killers known as the Frog Brothers, who are more than aware of what is really going on in their beloved Santa Carla.
Hey man, read this.
I told you, I don't like horror comics.
Think of it more as a survival manual. There's a number on the back. And pray that you never need to call us.
I'll pray I never need to call you. Sure.
The Lost Boys is one of those movies that pretty much sums up the 1980s. It has a genuine 80s look and feel to it, as well as an awesome soundtrack and some fantastic performances by 80s legends like Corey Feldman and Kiefer Sutherland. The movie really draws you in and makes you feel like you're right there with the characters in Santa Carla. The gore and special effects are great. Since this is an 80s movie, there is no CGI, so everything you see is all makeup and practical effects. The makeup of the vampires is excellent, with their piercing eyes and long fangs. The gore doesn't really show itself until the end, though there is a very bloody campfire attack scene early on in the film. But once we do get to the blood and guts, it does not disappoint, with a melting vampire in a bathtub full of holy water, an exploded vampire killed by stereo, and two excellent impalings and more. Directed by Joel Schumacher, the man that gave us the horrendous 1997 Batman and Robin, and of course the now famous Batman nipple suit. Thankfully, here he does a wonderful job, considering the original idea was more of a child-friendly vampire film. But after Richard Donner, the producer of The Goonies, had to leave the project, Joel Schumacher was then approached to direct the film. Once he took over the project, he insisted on making the film much sexier and more adult, and brought in screenwriter Jeffrey Boehm to change up the script and raise the ages of the characters. In the end, with The Lost Boys, what he created was, in my eyes, one of the best vampire films ever made, period. The casting was another brilliant idea, with a whole young cast on brilliant form. Corey Haim is remarkably good here and helps the film tick along nicely, and he was just perfect for the role of young Sam. Jason Patric, while a little wooden, does a great job as Sam's brother, but he is easily overshadowed by the very talented Kiefer Sutherland, who plays the leader of the gang, David. And for me, he easily steals the show and every scene that he is in with his charm and his presence. This would go on to be Kiefer's big film breakthrough, and he would then go on to have a stellar movie and of course TV career. Jamie Gertz, as the love interest star, gives a somewhat forgettable performance, and her chemistry with Michael was just not there for me. But veterans Diane West, as Sam and Michael's mother, along with video shop owner and love interest Max, played by Edward Herrmann, are both excellent in their roles here, and have some of the funniest lines and important plots to play in the film, as well as Grandpa, played perfectly by Bernard Hughes, who has got to be the coolest and funniest grandpa ever. And then my favourite characters of the film, the Frog Brothers, played by Corey Feldman and Jason Newlander. Edgar and Alan Frog are self-proclaimed vampire hunters who explain to Sam about Santa Carla's vampire problem and give Sam horror comics to teach him about vampires and how to dispose of them. They also provide most of the comedy elements of the film, and along with Sam, they steal the show in the final scenes of the film. Corey Feldman and the late Corey Haim would go on to become best friends and star in many movies together, while also starring in the sitcom The Two Coreys. And finally, we have the soundtrack for The Lost Boys, which is another reason why the film is so loved, and it's simply one of my all-time favorite movie soundtracks, with every single track fitting the film perfectly. We get timeless songs like Echo and the Bunnymen's version of the Doors classic People Are Strange, Lou Graham's Lost in the Shadows, Gerard McCann's Cry Little Sister, and of course the brilliant Tim Capello, I Still Believe. Tim Capello's cameo as the oiled up muscled saxophone player still cracks me up every time. And after seeing that scene, every time now I hear the sax being played, I always think of Tim Capello and his cameo in The Lost Boys. So after 30 years, The Lost Boys has truly proved that it will never grow old, and its popularity will never die. While it was well received and had a decent take at the box office, it was the sales of VHS followed by DVD that truly made the money and what went on to make the film into such a cult classic hit that it is today. The Lost Boys is simply another legendary film of the 80s, and when anyone talks about the greatest vampire films, The Lost Boys is normally high up there on that list. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the retro review for The Lost Boys. Please comment down below what is your favourite scene if you've seen the film, and also who is your favourite character. And I will see you guys on the next Joe Cobra video. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you soon guys. Bye bye.